Hello and welcome, or welcome back if you're a frequent viewer of my channel. I finished her. This is going to be a flip through of my packing paper journal. This is the cover. I added this little metal bit. I used some of that neutral paper scrap that I had left over, and I stamped journal. I put this little metal tab over it, and then I glued it all onto more of that pattern paper, cut around it, and then used my Tim Holtz Distresser to distress the edges of it and then inked them up. I just thought that it needed a little bit of something behind that metal bit. And then I've got all of these lovely little stems. I added a stem to the spine, and then the back is completely covered. I really debated on what to do with this. I actually originally had all of these stems kind of laid out on the front of this cover, and I really liked it, but I also felt that it was too busy and I was going to add this little metal tab. And then I had the metal tab placed here when I decided to do this little setup because I liked kind of the asymmetrical look of it. But then it just felt like that tab was really crowding the flowers, and I wanted them to be visible, so I moved it up here to this corner. And overall, I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I got the best of both worlds, right? I got my little asymmetrical look going on here, and then I got my full flower garden on the back. And I absolutely love it. I think it's so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and open it up and flip through. Here are the little journal cards and the little tags that I made. Nothing has changed with those. Here are the clusters. The clusters are kind of just throughout the entire journal. I did add little bits of my handmade cello tape, the little vintage looking tape, in different parts of the journal where the packing paper was just a little bit torn. And then I went through, I had so many extra flowers. I went through and just kind of glued them throughout. Here and there, more clusters. I added lines on the pages where I had clusters, and then some of them are just completely blank. I've got another flower over here. I love the tab binding on it. I decided to go ahead and leave these little tabs blank so that someone could add their own details to that later, right? More clusters. More flowers. See, here's more of that vintage tape. Oh, and this one has to be one of my favorites. And then a flower there. I did count it up. There are 80 sheets in this journal. 80. So that would be 80 sheets, 160 pages front and back. That is a huge journal. There's so much real estate. Cluster. I do love these clusters. Let me see. Oh, yep. There's a stem and there's a stem. Look at that. But so much writing space. So much space for someone to come in and just glue or staple or draw whatever they want. I added that one in the center because it's just so pretty. And just really make this their own. At that guy. I absolutely love it. I left a lot of this blank. I just really felt like it was just a nice neutral look, you know, to the whole journal. And I wanted to add bits and pieces there, you know, that would kind of shine and you could enjoy looking at. But then also it's just very neutral, and it does lay flat. I don't know why I was holding it. It does lay flat. Can you see that cluster? There's a cluster. And then here's my first little side pocket. I've got a tag in there. There's a stem. There's a little cluster. And then here is another pocket with a tag. Look at this guy. Just so much fun. And I was able to get so much packing paper in here, and it's so thin, it didn't bulk it up. So I'm not stressing the spine at all. So you can still add a ton of stuff to this journal without it, you know, stressing the spine out. There's another cluster. There's a stem. Look at that. So cute. Little ivy. And I love going through here and just getting the little pops of fun here and there. There's another tag. I think that was my last one. I only had 3 of the folded pockets. And then there's a stem. And then this is the last little bit. Look at this. I tried to put the little flowers here and there throughout, tried to mix it up, whether they were towards the spine or towards the outside. And then tried to make sure I got enough on the back pages. Sometimes those back pages are ignored. And then here's the back of the journal. I have a pocket here as well, and 2 of the tags that I made. Let me pop those back in there. And then this is also a little tuck spot, and I have this in here still. I don't know if I'm going to keep it though. After going through it and seeing it all together, it still looks so bright to me, but you know, a little pop of color doesn't ever hurt. So that was it. That is my packing paper journal. And you see what I mean? Like, it's not stressed at all. Like, it's not an alligator mouth. It just completely lays flat and everything. There's still lots of room. And this was, let me see again. Yeah, it was a 2-inch spine. So it's just a little 2-inch spine. And then I think it ended up being 4 3/4 in height and then 7.5 in length. So just a lot of fun. I'm kind of thinking about doing another one and changing the orientation this way and seeing what that would look like. I don't know. I don't know if I have the papers for it, but it would be fun with the packing paper, right? So that could be fun as well. All right, let me know what you think of this journal. It is actually one of my favorites. I really, really wish you guys could feel it and feel how squishy and nice it feels in your hands. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you have any questions, put them there as well, and I'll be sure to respond. Thanks for spending some time with me, and until next time, bye.